Hi. This is what's left of my oregano plant before I let the birds have the garden. Some sticks. How do birds know how to make their little nests? They just know. If they learn by example or if it's some innate ability. Go hang that in a tree. The kale seems to have survived the transplant. And this other tomato happened to still be in there. And the Malabar survived. Shocking. It's really not been enough to eat on any of my Malabar spinaches.
What's up, girls? Lay some eggs.
What? Is your pointer on?
Yeah, it's on.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I think you're wrecking your laser pointer with all this yucky flouring. And I think your smurfs are not fully kneaded. You gotta knead this better, dude.
I need it.
Oh, need a bigger container to hold my noodles. Look what my son made. It is so cute, and the black edges are raised up. It's a little rough right there. Gum 5 cents. And then this one. It's a very long neck. And then my neighbor girl's one. She's about 11, I think. And this one maybe 4 or 5. Maybe, yeah. She's like 4 or 5 years old, I think. So cute. Number 9. The rest are glazed. I just couldn't fit them all in the kiln. I need to sand that off a little bit. I think it's just a little rough right in one spot. So cute. Still obsessed with noodles. This is the same egg dough from the other day. I'm just still finishing it. And then there's the pile I dried, so one batch of dough goes a really long way. That's what I'm using as a bouillon. This smells so good. I need to wash it and chop it up, dry it out. This is rubbing alcohol and colored pencil. You can do pretty blending with it. It makes it look less like crayon. And you gotta not mix your colors unless you're planning on blending them. So you don't want to muddy up some bright, beautiful colors. Unless that's your intention. So this was a design concept I was thinking of. It looked like the shape of a tiny teapot handle right here, and then have this other piece. I was considering metal for this piece, but maybe just a metallic colored glaze would be pretty, and have that made out of clay. Don't know, it's just a concept. And this part here, I'm guessing I would try and throw on the wheel. Might be rather difficult, considering how new I am at throwing pottery on the wheel. How little practice I've gotten lately. But anyway, I was waiting for my customer to show up at the Starbucks, and I decided to just doodle. And there's what you get. This lovely little doodle. The orange and the red can be mixed. That's fine, so I'll use this. See how pretty that blend is? I love that. What would be really good is if I come back in here with like a darker pencil and make a nice shadow so it doesn't look like the pot's floating any longer. But I can always, after this dries, I can always come back in and work in more colors and stuff. But the paper gets kind of flimsy if you don't let it dry first. Prismacolor Premier pencils. These sets are very expensive, so I recommend finding a coupon like I did. Smell cheapo, 70% rubbing alcohol. You can use any percentage, but that's what I just happen to have in the house. Camera's tilted. I can't just... just a second. Okay. So I contacted Iridium 242, having problems with my website. My blog is gone. Then I remember, he made me this. See this? Little alcohol burner. Got some alcohol, but I only have 70%. So, fill it up a little. Come down here. Come here. I don't want to burn my damn fingers off. I think it's time for some tea. And I got my hair all over the place. This is a genius move. I'll get a rubber band in a minute. Does 70% work? If it's 70%, what else is in it? There we go. I supposed to mount on the tray. You see that fire there? This tray goes with my fondue set. So it looks like 70% will burn. And what we want to see is flames coming out the holes on the thing. But I'm pretty impressed with how well the rubbing alcohol burns on its own. Ah, it's starting to come out the holes. There we go. What a beautiful burner that is. Thanks, Iridium. I used to get a lot of these emails that said, your WordPress blog needs updating, so I just ignored them. And then I ignored them some more, and then it said nothing, and then I looked, and I tried to log into it, and it wouldn't let me log in, but I could still see my blog. So I ignored it a little bit more, and now I can't see it at all. That's a lot of flame. I may have put a little too much rubbing alcohol in that thing. I'm not quite sure how to put it out, but since it's alcohol, splashing water on it probably wouldn't be the best idea to put it out. A good way to put this out would be to cut off the oxygen supply. I just like to cook stuff when I cook stuff, so what should I cook in here? So it looks to me like I didn't even need the alcohol on the outside. What the heck? I don't know. Carbs are supposed to be unhealthy. Apparently that's why I'm getting fat. Make sure my tea water here is going to boil really well. That is a hot burner. I guess I don't care. The water was warm when I put it in. And then I realized I hadn't tried this thing out with 70%. I thought I needed 90% alcohol to run it off, but it appears that I do not need 90% alcohol. My book arrived that Danny had me order as my gift, and the other two things that I was to order have not yet arrived.
You got anything to say about this?
Is that cooker badassery or what? This is a much better way to cook than I did yesterday. Maybe this should be the emergency kit for the car instead of what I had. The pot has way more capacity. It's really beautiful. Seriously, it is so pretty. I'm guessing all the oxygen should be cut off by now. Next time, I think I will have handy the thing to shut off the fire. Another very important thing would be not to knock that off the counter, because if I knock that off the counter like I knocked my noodles off my stove yesterday, I would start a raging fire across the floor that I would have to put out with some sort of blanket or something like that. How do you spell alcohol?
Alcohol is spelled A-L-C-O-H-O-L.
The last time I lost my blog, I was very upset about it, but this time, not so much. It can either be fixed or it can't be fixed, and if it can't be fixed, I don't care because it never made me any money anyway. Well, hardly. Can't you make it so it makes me any money? Because then I would actually write blog posts.
Never. That's the other question I forgot to ask her.
Steemit not doing much. Unfortunately, Steemit got very popular all of a sudden, and I'm not one of the popular people. I don't know how that happened. I think it's because I'm only popular in video. Why does it do that poof thing? That makes me a little nervous when it does that. Okay, let's put my deal back on here. That burns pretty hot. That's sad. I should be caring. There should be so much caring right now, but I'm This makeup's a little smudged. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day.